back. This is two cooks
and one server.
and this is God damn it.
Do it again?
Yeah, no, I'll just keep it here. Fuck. Give me a second. Yeah, I was doing good. Alright. Welcome back. This is
Two cooks and one server.
And this is your man Ace, and this is my guy Steve.
And
And
this
we
is
got our new guy here,
Slim Jim.
Slim Jim. We got some really cool topics to talk about this week. We're going to talk about injuries in the workplace. Like, fuck, yeah, I don't know why I said that.
Random cuts and scrapes and
Yeah,
shit.
I know, but we're going to start again one more time.
Gotcha.
Shit. I didn't want to go, like, I was supposed to just do the topics and then, like, continue. I don't know why I was doing it, like, continue on.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. All right.
No worries.
Last time. Got this. Alright, we're back. This is Two Cooks.
and one server.
And this is your man Ace, my guy Steve, and Slim Jim. We got some really cool topics to talk about this week. We're going to talk about injuries in the workplace and working from back of the house to front of the house, or either or. But we're going to always start off with taking our shots.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Alright.
So who wants to start first with injuries in the workplace? I know we all have been hurt at some point.
You work in the kitchen, it's gonna happen. I mean,
It really does.
just today, I worked on a fryer. I've gotten so much oil splashed on my face and my arms and my neck and stuff today. It's insane. It's gotten to the point too of like, it just doesn't like burn. Like when it first happened, when I first started working here, it was like, holy shit, I need some cold water. Now it's kind of like, fuck, now I can't. Like, brush it off. Get kind of a thick skin to it kind of thing. But that's just oil burns. Cuts and scrapes are different. You know, got anything you want to mention about that off the bat, or?
I mean, like, I feel like any day of the work, or like working in the kitchen, you're most likely going to get some type of nicks or like oil splatter or something happening. Unless you're wearing like all full coverage. Like when I'm working, I like to wear short sleeves. And with short sleeves, it's most likely going to have something happening. I wear shorts. Like,
Very
no,
dangerous.
like, it's really dangerous in the kitchen. Yeah, my shoes, I got these Crocs. They got holes in them. Like, there's like, I'm super liable to get hurt. Like, I'm surprised I don't get more injured. Maybe I'm just that much safer and I'm more aware of myself and my surroundings than a lot of other people. But like, I know people that have literally spilled oil all over their arms and like have burn marks, like, like pretty bad burn marks or whatever. Like, yeah, I'm fortunate. I never had any of those type of things.
Oh yeah.
Slum? You got anything?
Currently, worst burn mark from working on the line is from Ace. And it's about all the burns I've ever had that actually were probably, bad burns.
Yeah, accidents happen, all right? Like, people need to know that. Like, nobody intentionally does any, for the most part.
There are some accidents that occur, or it's mainly accidents. I mean, there's one or two employees that like just don't pay attention worth shit.
Yeah.
Like if someone's working directly behind you and they every time they go like to get a bunch of poached eggs out of like the hot ass water or a fry basket out of something, shit, they just naturally swing around like that's. And then always hit someone, and they're like, "Oh, that person's probably gonna be there."
Bro, that was one time. Don't even try.
Eggs?
Yeah.
What about the poached eggs? When you're coming around with all these poached eggs and slashing the white just on the back of my leg or whatever.
What did he yell behind?
I always say behind.
Sometimes.
Most of the time, I say behind.
You gotta say
Everyone.
behind. Hot, coming
Most of the
down,
time, yeah.
sharp. Very common. That's what you gotta yell. You say it in the workplace. Always yell in corner, behind, sharp.
Yeah.
People move, or they should. And if they don't, it's their fault.
Yeah, one of my worst things, like, people in the, like, what we do is, like, when they're on the grill and there's oil, people don't clean their grills on a constant basis, and they leave oil and stuff on there all the time, and, like, you, like, are at some point behind them, and you get splashed with that. That
Oh.
shit Yeah, or
Oh,
it
like
pisses me
it'll,
off
it'll,
more
like
than
it'll
anything
catch
in
the
the world.
Just back done.
it'll catch the one part where you're
Yeah.
not used to catching burns, like on the back of your arm or the back of your leg or like on the back of your neck.
Like somewhere where you're not
Yeah, like
expecting.
where you don't want a burn.
Like,
Like
really
yeah.
punch for that
like-
size skin. Yeah, it
Yeah.
punch for it.
So like you have your back to the dude, and then he's just letting stuff just bubble and pop all over his grill, and you're like, all right, whatever. And then you gotta bring him whatever, like a Philly or whatever. You go and put it on his grill, and it just pops all over your face. And
It gets really fun too when like.
yeah.
There was one time I saw a guy, he just got done cooking a bunch of bacon on the grill, right? Like a ton of bacon, like a stack of bacon. And he had a burger and he go on the grill as well. Before he had a chance to scrape off the bacon grease, another employee got the burger and was like, hey, you need a burger. And literally tossed it on the grill with like a fat puddle of bacon grease and splashed bacon grease all over this dude's fucking grill. Like, he didn't even give him a heads up. Like, and the thing was in the air, that's when he told him. I'm like, yeah. And dude had like, we had this spray, like a burn spray on it and shit that helped out, but like, yeah, it was pretty bad.
That's like that one time when I came over to you and I go, I got a bunch of degreaser on my hand. And like this is before like I had just started off on the line. Like I was a busser when I was 15 up until I was 18 probably, and then I'm on the line now, and I never really was around degreaser. Like degreaser was a new substance to me.
Yeah.
And that thing, wow, that will get into your skin. And I went up to him probably about 20 minutes after I went up to that one kid, Max, and goes, what do I do about this? He said, just wash it off. And I didn't do it because he just said, just wash it off.
It's fun.
So I was thinking, it's fine. I kept doing what I was doing, and then it just started burning. Like, the worst feeling I'd ever felt. And then that's when I asked you, and you're like, how long have you been on that? I was like, 30 minutes.
That was not good. That was not good at all.
Yo, our degreaser is so strong.
Yeah.
Like it
Like it's
literally.
supposed to be cut with water. Like
Yes,
it was
it-
like, yeah.
We
And
used to
I
soak our metal cans in it the first time, and
It just
like
stayed
yo,
there.
the first time they cleaned them or whatever, and they're like yo, there was like a little bit more stuff on it. So we were like, oh, we're gonna soak it more overnight one more time. We came in the next day, and our metal pans were literally
Oh, is that-
gone.
I gotta put that picture
Yeah.
in there for you guys to see. Something else,
It
yeah.
is really crazy. Like
I think I heard about
I
that.
have never in my life seen metal deteriorate the way our degreaser
It
deteriorates.
was like styrofoam for hot oil. It was insane.
Ugh.
So we don't do that anymore now because of that.
And I wash my hands every time I get greaser on it now.
Oh yeah, cold water every time.
Every time.
single time.
Never use salt water. Makes the burning feel a lot better.
Opens up the pores, makes the stuff go in a little deeper.
Yeah, it helps out a lot. That,
Same with fiberglass.
yeah.
Oh, it's a
I
horror.
remember back when I first started, I used to use degreaser, and like I used to not wear gloves all the
No,
time.
that's why. Because I was cleaning the grill without gloves.
So no, I used to do that all the time. I had
Yeah.
no problem for years. I don't know if it's because of my age or what. Like, you know, if I put degreaser on my hands now, my hands get eat up. Like, it is bad.
Yeah, like I was in there and like my hands were getting eaten up for like 30 minutes, and because I left it on there is when it started like I could tell my hand was starting to feel it. I went home and literally right like underneath all my fingernails, like my skin was just gone, just like it was all peeling like right below my fingernail.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the worst feeling ever.
Yeah, I want to talk about a funny story. Like, it's funny, but it's not funny because like it's a dumbass move. Back in the day, there was this guy, and he was on the telephone. He was on the telephone. He was online, and he was literally above our fryer, and he drops the phone.
Oh,
Like it was like on their shoulder, like, yeah. And
And
then,
he it drops and falls into the fryer. And he thought he would make the smart move of getting it.
Now,
out the fryer.
now it didn't fall in the basket, right?
It fell. I felt like it fell into the basket.
Okay.
Our fryer, like our fryer.
Yeah, it
Like
fell
our
in the
fryer.
basket,
It was
and he
years
was
and
like,
years.
Like the fryer I
Yeah,
tend
yeah,
to
same
use,
exact one, yeah,
like
yeah.
the one I get like little splashes from, and I'm like, God damn, like
Yeah.
that one.
yeah,
Same
yeah.
exact
So he
one.
was like, yo, I'm gonna get him with my hands.
Top second rule.
And yeah,
It didn't work out.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
Yeah.
yeah.
I could never
Didn't
do
work out
that.
good.
Just go,
That was
I
probably
don't care
one
how
of the worst
quick you are.
injuries I have ever seen.
No, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter how quick you are. You can't be.
Yeah.
There's no quickness that's gonna beat that. Because you just get a splash of grease on you, like you're
And
supposed
I'm
to.
sure he's gonna see this
You're
video
supposed
and
to
he's gonna
wipe
hit
it
me
off.
up because of this. Is like,
you
yo,
motherfuckers.
you called me out on this. And I'm like, bro, like, I can't not talk about
Yeah,
worst
it
injuries.
was a really funny story. Yeah.
Grease
Yeah.
splashes
Yeah.
out of the fryer onto your arm. If you don't wipe it off, it leaves little red marks on you. Like
Yeah.
it will. And I have red marks all over myself just from being lazy and not wiping off every time I get splashed on. You stick
This is
your
one of the
whole
benefits of
arm
being like
in the.
manager. I don't have to deal with that no more.
You
Like,
stick your whole.
I honestly don't work the grill as much as I used to. Nowhere near. I don't deal with any of the really craziness of that. So my injury level is a lot lower. But back in the day, I used to be on the grill every day. At one point, I was like on the grill for like 7 months straight.
What I would say,
And I ended up getting man hands. And man hands is what you call a person that has hands that can pick up hot stuff.
it's
Hell.
bullshit. It's bullshit.
The whole
I
arm of
will
your hand.
grab something
Yeah,
out
you
of the
lose feeling in your hand, that's when you have man hands.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I will grab something out of the microwave, and one time I literally grabbed it, and it was a bowl of she crab, and I drop it as I'm pulling it out of the microwave because it was so damn hot, and I like managed to like save like half of it, and then Ace over here just walks over and he picks it up and goes, "Yeah, I can see why you dropped this," while he's still fucking holding it. He goes, "Yeah, I can understand why you dropped it." I'm
Yeah,
like,
that is really hot.
I was like, what the fuck? And he was like, "I got man hands, what can I say?" I was like, fuck you, dude. Like,
I mean, it be like that sometimes. Bro.
or like, fried chicken. Yeah. Wait, I was trained, instead of like, I still have to cut it and, you know, like, see if it's pink on the inside. This motherfucker would just grab it out of my hand and just,
Mind you, my hands are extra clean so I can do this, alright?
I mean, and he's wearing gloves, but
Yeah,
like, he just
exactly.
goes like this.
Yeah.
And he can just look into it. I'm over here, like, looking at this chicken, like, I go to touch it to try to, like, bend it open to look at it, and my hands are, like, about to burn off. Like, I can't do it without, like, letting go. It's, like, out of, like, natural reaction. Like, I can't hold on to something that hot. Like,
Yeah, it's fun. Like, you just don't have man hands, and one day you might have them. Not everybody is fortunate to have man hands.
Yep. I mean, anyone can get it though.
Anybody
Still,
can get
if
it.
They
Yeah,
put
no,
their
that
hand,
is
if they
one
put
thing.
themselves through enough, they can get it.
that's my problem. Is I'm just sometimes he'll tell me to grab something, or not even grab something, and I'll just go and grab it. And like the other day, I went to grab a fucking like pot out
Yo.
of his hand.
Literally, the pot's been sitting on the stove for a minute, right? And it's.
He asked me for, like,
all
a
our
plate or
burgers are
something.
on at all like most times, and like this pot was been sitting on the stove for quite a while. And I was like, yo, take that pot or whatever. This guy, yeah, this guy, thought I'm gonna just take this. I'm gonna just take it with my bare hand, and he literally goes to grab it and thinks, oh, I should get something to cover my hands.
Like,
I'm actually
I
glad.
was literally like a centimeter though. Like
Yeah.
he was still pissed, and I understand
like,
why
yo,
he was pissed.
Like, what?
He was like, "Why are you even thinking about that?" Like, he was like, "Grab a fucking towel at least." Like literally, like I've done it multiple times. Like he'll come and like try to
Yo.
hand me something, or like he'll ask me for a plate to like slip it out of the pan onto it. And instead of grabbing a plate for him, I'll try to just grab the fucking pot out of his hand while he has a towel. I'm just trying to grab it with my bare hand, just like, oh, fuck it.
Yo, kids these days.
Yeah.
Kids
I
these
will
days,
say.
they need to do better with their common sense.
That's
Or
a
like
whole
he'll tell
nother
me to
thing
move.
for a whole other day, though.
That's literally a whole nother segment we're probably going to talk about.
Oh yeah.
And we're going to keep going about these injuries. Anybody got anything else to say?
Well, I got.
Yeah, go ahead. Speak your mind.
Well, it's not actually an injury, but it's the best case of man hands I've ever seen in my life. I was 15 years old, and this is a 90-something-year-old woman. Back at the place I used to work at, I think you were there when she was there. I don't think she retired or passed. She passed away since then. God rest her soul. No, so.
Yeah, it was before me.
Yeah, just tell me. 90-some-year-old woman, still cooks, still drives herself to work every damn day. She retired when she was like 96 or something like that. Something crazy. Yeah.
Something crazy, yeah.
Something crazy like that. She worked when she was 14 years old at the same place, believe it or not. Just, she loved it. They were loved. We had this old broiler, right? I'm talking like this ancient ass fucking broiler that would get shit like 200 fucking degrees, no problem. We had these metal plates to cook everything on, of course. And I've seen her grab those plates with like the dinkiest little rag imaginable, like straight out of the broiler, like reach in, grab it and shit. One time, I swear to God, she didn't use rag. She just grabbed it. Just fuck it. This cumin's done. This fucking flounder's done. This whatever's done. And pop it around the wooden table. I've never seen anything like it in my life. And yeah, 90-year-old woman's the best case.
Yo, mind you, I
I've
also
ever seen.
worked there, and I would never do that shit. Like,
Yeah.
That broiler was dumb. Like,
Yeah.
This is me. I'm talking about mayonnaise.
Yeah, no,
like this lady.
Like, I will vouch, like, the only, like,
Dude, she was just-
there are some things that I'd like to say that I do things that I should not do. Like, things hurt, don't really give a shit, I still do it.
Yeah.
This motherfucker will literally watch me do something until pain literally forces me to drop it. Does not wait less than a second and picks it up after me and goes, yep, yeah, it's pretty hot.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
that's how you get man hands, so you push yourself to the limit.
That's what I'm doing till I fucking drop it on the ground.
There you go.
And guess
You're
what?
right.
It takes me a second to drop it.
Well, it takes time to get man hands. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, very, very nice.
I got another thing, or another story. All right, so back when I was first started working, I never fell. I used to not wear non-slip shoes at all, and
Yeah, but it's very prideful.
Vans.
Like, the first
I
couple years,
still
like,
wear
I've never
Vans.
fallen. I've never slipped.
I've been working in a
never gonna
restaurant
happen.
for
It's never
7
gonna happen.
years.
It's too good.
Or
And,
6 years, and I'm still wearing
this
Vans.
one day,
Or 4 years, 5 years.
I was in the back and I was coming around fast because back then I used to move really fast, and I came around the corner and I just bust my ass, and I just sit there for like
Dude, that's me every
10
time.
minutes.
Every time.
I'll say 5 minutes to be real. I just sat there for 5 minutes.
Yeah, every time
It was
I've
like,
ever fallen.
This just happened.
Wow.
And then I clocked out.
The other thing, that's right. It was at the very end of the day. Like, we're talking about.
Yeah, so it was like the very end of the day.
Fuck this.
Yeah. And then I just clocked out. And mind you, I didn't even have a ride back then. So I just sat out front and waited for my ride. I was like, nope. Not today.
That's it, Tracy.
Like, that's like me. Like, I've never called out because, like, I rarely ever get sick. Like, I'm never sick or whatever.
What are you talking about right now?
But, like, the only time I've ever had to leave work was that one time I slipped while I was busing. I'm pretty sure you were there. When I slipped, like, it was like at the front of the restaurant, just right in the middle. I had a whole, like, handful of glasses in my hand, just slipped. And I don't know what was going through my mind, but I was like leveled to the ground. So like the way my feet went out, like I had to stick out one of my hands, and one hand had mugs, and the other hand had like glasses, like just pure glass. And I stuck the hand down that had the pure glass. And as soon as I did that, I realized it, but I just sliced the crap out of my pinky, but didn't even realize it, and just swept up the glass until my manager came up to me and was like, "You need to go to the hospital." And then that's when I turned my hand over and I was like, I'm chilling. And then I didn't end up having to go to the hospital, but I had to like glue it. Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, a lot of blood, but you know, that's probably the worst injury I've ever had in the workplace, other than, you know, burning in this man at one time. It's only once. I will give him. He's only burned me bad once. Only once. I've burned myself every other time. Like the time I backed up into the grease pot.
Luckily, you only been burned this many times. I felt like a lot of people, like first starting out, get burned a lot more.
Oh, I will say I'm really, like, I like to say I'm quick on my feet, and I'm in Vans, so the fact that I haven't slipped probably blows your mind. Like, I've seen myself, literally, like, I've slipped working,
I literally
and I'll
used
catch
to work
myself
in
somehow.
Jordans. Like when I first started working in Jordans.
Dude, I'm walking around in freaking skate shoes. Like, they don't even have a sole, just rubber.
Yeah, that's not a good idea, guys.
Like, I've never worn anything different though. This is the exact shoe I wore when I like bus gear 3 years or 3.5
You
years
gotta get
ago.
some new kicks, man.
It was like these and then 2 other shoes I'm still wearing.
Yo,
Because I hit my growth spurt like 3.5 years ago, and that was when I hit my growth spurt.
Gotcha.
Pretty solid.
Anybody got anything else?
Yeah, like a month into working this place, a long time ago, I was clocking out and I was walking to clock out and shit, and I slipped in some water and I was trying to recover, so I thought I'll just move my legs faster. So it looked like I was I was young, I was dumb, I was like, maybe if I just run faster, I'll just get traction and catch myself. No, it looked like I ran in place, but falling. It was like I was running, but I was going down and just hit the floor. And it was fucking hilarious. So you saw it, and our old manager saw it, and we both laughed our asses off about it. And I was like, damn it, I fell. After the whole I'm never going to slip and fall thing I said myself, I'm like, I jinxed myself.
I think one of the best falls I ever seen though was this one chick that she was falling and like literally fell into her, like she was sitting, and it was like the perfect fall. I've never seen anybody else fall like that before. Like you just came down and then she like just sat on her butt, and I was like, huh, that was impressive.
Most indeed. Did she really fall then? Did she just gracefully?
Yeah, she just gracefully sat.
I guess
mean,
so.
Did she?
Or
You tell us.
violently.
Well,
Yeah.
it's falling gracefully to your butt, falling, or is it
That
just
is
sitting
true.
very nicely?
That
Let
is
us know in the
true.
comments section.
Stylish descent? I don't know.
It's like this one time I was at the other location, and I was bringing the pizzas out for everyone because we were staying after for cleaning or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was bringing the pizzas out, and there was like a pile of water like right outside the door from the kitchen because they were cleaning up, and I didn't even see it because I had the pizza like right in front of me, and I slipped. And remember, the pizzas that we get when we have those cleanings are like literally like 24-inch pizzas, like they're freaking ginormous. And I slipped, and somehow I managed to catch this entire pizza and like smack like down on the ground. I don't even know how I caught the pizza. Like, I thought it was pretty impressive, but then when we opened up the box, the entire pizza was upside down. But like, it was still like the right side up at the same time. So like the pizza itself was upside down in the box.
I mean, I'm
And
sure you
everyone
still
was-
ate it, right?
Yeah, we still ate it, but we were all
Yeah.
confused as
That's
how
all
I
that
flipped
matters.
the entire pizza over without the top coming
Some
off.
people are wizards.
Yeah.
Maybe you're a wizard.
That's
It's
what I was
kinda
saying.
like
I was
you're
like,
like-
yo, this
Yeah.
is kind
Flip
of.
thing or
I was like, Jack, flip like the omelets, like how do you get it to just like?
Oh yeah.
maybe it did. Maybe like the box opened up and gave more like lift.
Yeah, but like I had my hand and like I literally like went like this when I fell, and, like landed like that, and just let my freaking head hit the ground.
Maybe
because I didn't
they
really
put
care.
the pizza in the wrong way. Like some barbell.
Yeah,
was
right.
working
Like
the
maybe
pizza
they were
aisle.
just being a jerk already.
Yeah,
Like,
it sounds like they might have just been a dick.
yeah, that's
Or
what I'm
just
saying.
really-
Maybe they just put it on the wrong
Like-
side of the.
Or just super
Like,
high.
physics does not say you can flip a pizza inside
In like a
box.
2-inch box. Like, there's no way.
Well, I mean,
But like,
pizza's bendy. It's malleable. So maybe
you know,
like,
like
the whole,
maybe
like a whole piece of dough, bro.
like those 24.
Okay,
like it
yeah,
was
yeah,
a
yeah,
big
yeah,
ass
like a
pizza.
big ass
Okay,
pizza.
maybe when he slipped, it kind of like got an edge going, and then when he abruptly hit, it like shook the rest of it down. I don't know. There could be something else going here, but
Well, he's a wizard.
I'll take that one. I will take
Murphy's
that.
law
I
says
am
anything can happen for any reason
like,
at all
you know.
for any given time, or any given time for any reason. So that could be it, or they just put the damn pizza upside down because Favre was a jackass, doesn't know how to put pizza in the box.
I'll take that one too.
Yeah,
Or
or
like
you're a
this
wizard.
one time, remember that kid Brandon?
Yeah,
My
we
best
need to cut
friend?
this one short. Like, we're getting kind of long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so well, next segment.
Next segment.
Word.
We're gonna talk about from working back at the house to front of the house, and like vice versa. I've done a little bit of that. Steve, I don't
I
think
did like a side bust for like 20 minutes. My old boss was like, "Yeah, you do great in the back. Just go work in the front." I'm like, "I'm not a front of the house. I'm not a people person, man. I'm really not that kind of guy." He was like, "Just go get this table. Just go bust that table." I'm like, all right, busted. All right, now get those guys drink orders. I'm like, what? Get their drink orders. I'm like, all right, what do you guys want? Budweiser, Miller Lite, and Sam Adams. All right. And I gave them all the wrong shit by accident. Like, like I literally like, okay, you want this, you want that, and you want that. And then it just like did the shuffle thing. I'm like, all right, see you guys around. And I never bust ever again. I was not a front of the house guy at all. I might greet a table every now and again, but that's about it. So I'm a back of the house guy. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to just let Slim Jim go with this for
Yeah.
right now.
'Cause
Because he's done an extensive amount of work working in
Yeah.
front of the house. And, a little bit of work.
He's getting in
Yeah,
there.
he's getting in there with the back of the house. Yeah, he has washed dishes, so he's back of the house.
Yeah,
no matter
I
what.
mean, yeah, I've been back.
Yeah, he's been
You know,
back.
I've
for
been back here
little
for a
bit.
little
Yeah,
bit, you know.
So what are your thoughts? Like,
Does
what are
it-
what are your hugest differences between working
Stress
in the back
level,
and the front?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is
The
it-
stress level is like almost similar, but not.
Like
Because
you're worrying
it's
about different
completely
things.
opposite. Because when you're on the line, or if you're bussing, you're walking around the restaurant, right? When you're bussing,
Yep.
and all of a sudden, someone's pissed off about their food. They're like, fuck these, whatever. Fuck this steak. Fuck this pile or whatever. And you're like, I didn't make that. I don't really give a shit. Now that I'm on the line,
But you don't say that, right?
no, of course not.
Of course.
But I'm just like, I have to walk it over to y'all.
Yes.
They're just laughing in my face. And they're just like, yeah, I'll make it again.
Yeah.
And then now I'm on the line, so now it's only, I have to deal with one altercation. So that is one perk about the line. I just have to deal with the busser where I can just laugh at the busser. Whereas bussing, you have to deal with the actual customers. So that is,
Which one do you like more?
not dealing with the customer. Because customers, I'm sorry, either y'all have not been to a restaurant or y'all are just straight up assholes. One or the other. Because no one knows how to talk to a busser. They're never going to be over 18. And if they are, they're in probably a bad spot in their life. So you definitely should not be talking to them like a bunch of freaking clowns. And two, same thing goes for the servers. Like, they don't want to be your server because most of the time when you're acting like out or like being a jerk to them, they already know going into this meal that you're not tipping them. Especially when you're like that at the very beginning. They're coming up to the busser
We're not
saying,
worried
can you
too
deal
much
with
about the
that?
server part. Like, I understand. Like, we have other servers on at different
Yeah.
times
Yeah.
to talk about this.
Well, like, what's like the
Right,
contrast?
we're just trying to
Because
see
when-
your point of view right now.
Because when they piss off the servers, everything goes to the bussers, and they have the bussers do all their stuff for them because they don't want to deal with the table because they already know no tips are coming. So then the bussers are taking them their drinks, and then they're like, "Oh, bussers, what's wrong with this food?" And you're like, "Dude, I'm 16 or whatever age you are," and you're like, "I don't even know what the fuck a real steak looks like," you know,
So
like.
you're getting more stressed because
Because you're
you think
getting stressed out for the things that you shouldn't even be stressed out for when you're in the front of the house. But in the back of the house,
You
it
kinda
normally
know
stays
exactly
your
what you
job.
need
Yeah,
to do.
it's like it's your
You
job.
get
back
a
there.
ticket printing out. Like,
Yeah, or like worst case, maybe Ace or your manager or whatever might come up to you and ask you to do another job real quick. But it's never going to be like, oh, the customer's telling you your job for the next 30 minutes. Like, oh, this one wants cheese and this one wants whatever the hell, and this one's meals messed up or whatever. Like when you're busing it, you're just like dealing. I don't know. With customers, I'm with Pat. Either they suck or I suck, one or the other. I just can't deal with them. It's annoying.
Yeah.
It's like your cheese does not matter in my eyes. I really don't care about your cheese.
Like, of course, you want a good meal, but at the end of the day, man, it's
Yeah, like
not my top
I don't
priority.
want to run out of the way to go get your cheese.
Yeah.
Because I got to go bust that table and that table. And then that server probably wants me to take her drinks to that table. And then, oh, we got to go check the window to make sure they're not behind so we can run the food to that table. So it's just like when you're busting, you're kind of doing like a mixture of jobs. Or like when you're bar backing or if you're hostessing.
I feel like that's any part of the restaurant though.
Yeah.
Like your job is never
Oh, you will never stay on one thing. Like
you
ever.
totally are
Like
doing
the amount of
multiple
times
things
I've
at
been
a time.
online and scheduled one thing, came in, been like, all right, let's get it. I'm working the fryer today. And then it's like the complete opposite thing of the fryer. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
obviously.
like you like that sometimes. Bro.
Like, but once that happens, like, you know, you figure it out and you move on.
So back in the day, I used to work at a little restaurant, or not even a little. It's actually worldwide in a lot of different places. You might have heard of it. It's called Denny's. I used to work at Denny's when I was like 17, 18 years old. And during that time period, like I literally had every job in the restaurant except for actual manager. I worked in the kitchen, dishwash, host, serve. I did everything. It was really, really ridiculous. But my paychecks were good, and I'm 17 years old, like making all this money, and I'm like, yeah, bet. And one of my worst things, like 17 years old, like you really don't know about the world, so like you don't hate people as much. Like I was able to deal with people a lot better back then than I would right now because yeah, my world view is very dark and bleak. Yeah, that's a different topic.
I was about to say because you've been in restaurants for so long. That could be it.
Yeah, I mean maybe that too also.
Yeah.
But back then I was able to actually talk to people and like be fucking a normal person. And yeah, I was able to do my job very well. And then like the times I did serve, like I sucked. That's probably why I'm not a server. Yeah, I think one of the moments I remember is like these people order some steak, like a steak and whatever breakfast, and they didn't tell me what steaks. I was like back then, I thought everybody ate well done steaks. I shit you not, bro. Like I didn't eat steak.
Like the steak.
Yeah, just chill. All right, like, yeah, like back then, like I literally thought everybody ate well done steak. So these people get a well done steak, and they're like, yo, you never asked us what our steak temperature is. I was like, yeah, because it's well done. Like, no, I wanted it medium. And yeah, after that, I was like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. And I never served ever again after that. But yeah.
I feel that. You got mad at me my first steak I ever made.
That's because
It's mine.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah. I don't care. If you mess up, period, that shit is food loss and it's not okay.
Technically, I didn't waste it. Someone else bought
Still, it doesn't matter. You still messed up.
You didn't know that could. You didn't know that could
See.
happen though. Like even like.
it. It was my first steak I'd ever made
Yo,
in my entire
people,
life, so I
like,
will
yo,
say that.
Little mistakes build up to big mistakes.
That is
So if you
true.
don't correct people on little mistakes, then they're just going to
Yeah.
keep making these little mistakes and it's going to get worse. That's why it seems like I'm an asshole all the time, but I'm trying to make sure we don't get to big mistakes.
And that has become because of personal experience.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
from
even I
personal-
witnessed people like get away with some little shit because if there's little shit at the time it's only little shit. But then that builds up to more shit.
Yep.
Like it's a real thing. You gotta be an asshole for a reason as a manager. It's not just because you want to be an asshole.
Yeah.
Even though sometimes you probably do because the guy's an asshole themselves.
I mean, yeah, it is what it is.
The whole
But
lot,
I think this is a good stopping point.
I'd agree. Sure.
So we're gonna just sign off. And this was two cooks,
And one server.
We're out.
See you guys next time. Next Hardwood.